San Diego winter.
Yeah. It's not been cold enough for me. I feel like I need it to be cold. Right now it's cold.
Yeah.
But I want it colder. I want it a little bit chillier, but it'll do.
Because you're from here, so you like that cold.
Oh, you're not from here?
Well, I've bounced around. Like,
oh, okay.
I've been here for about a decade, and then before that I was in Oregon.
Oh, that's what's up.
OG from China.
Oh, all right. Julia, you go by Jules?
Julia.
Just Julia.
Yeah.
All right. My high school crush was a Julia. Julia Stiles. You know who that is?
The actress, the white lady.
Yeah, the white lady. Yeah. Is she white? I thought she had like a little bit of Asian in her.
Julia Stiles? I think she's like white, like blonde hair,
like
blue eye white.
Like
pure
Nordic
Aryan
family.
race.
Yeah. From the mountains of Kakistan. Yeah. Oh, I thought she was... I don't know.
We're gonna have to Google her.
For real, I thought she had like some type of Asian in her. I could be wrong, but...
Yeah, you looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jonah, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you know this how we coming, we in front. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we work.
Welcome back, Barbershop Confidential, the podcast. Your boy Jonah. You already know, and today we're back with a new episode. We got Julia in the house. How you doing, Julia?
Hello. I'm good.
You good? We were just chit-chatting that you've bounced around. So you're originally from China.
Yes. So I always say China made, U.S. grown. So I lived in China for like the first 5 years of my life, but I did all my schooling and all my growing up here. So
that's what's up.
So yeah.
I think you're the first Chinese native on my podcast, so that's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, I knew you were Asian. I just didn't know. I don't want to be rude and try to guess because I'm pretty sure it's like sensitive. Same thing with like Hispanics, like. Yeah,
because it's weird how we could tell each other apart, but it's hard for like outside ethnicities to tell. Because you guys could probably tell like which part of South America, Central America,
especially with the accent. Like,
yes, the different Spanish.
Yeah. When you hear the Spanish accent, you're like, oh, okay, like South America, Central America, Mexico.
Yeah, we could tell. I honestly don't even know. Like, it was just I could just be like, oh, they're Korean, they're Vietnamese.
Just by looking at them?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's weird. I don't know. Like, I can't pinpoint what it is, but.
How is it? Do you remember of anything? Have you gone back since?
Oh, yeah, I've gone back a few times. So I came here when I was 5, and then I went back once when I was 13, 17, 24, like 28. Because pretty much all of my family is still there.
Oh, okay.
And I went back a lot more often when my grandparents were alive, but all 4 has since graduated to heaven, as we say here. So now it's kind of just like, well, I mean, I'm not that close with the rest of my family, so the world's so big.
Damn, how is it out there? I heard it's very strict. I had a friend who like didn't stay there but had to stop there to go I think maybe Thailand, and she said that like they don't have Wi-Fi. Oh,
because you ain't getting nothing for free in China. There is no free airport Wi-Fi. No, not in Beijing, not in Shanghai. Like,
you gotta pay for everything.
Yeah.
She said she's like they're very strict and like kind of mean, and I was like, oh, I mean, that's their culture. What can we do?
Yeah. I mean, they don't play that foofy, like friendliness, like only like really high end places, right? Like airport, they don't consider that like a service. Like you gotta do that. But if you go to really nice restaurants, like, oh, they'll freaking bow to you, you know? Like,
that's what.
Yeah. So it's like you gotta.
So like the airport's kind of like a public service.
Yeah.
Like a bus stop. They're like, man, you better get on your plane.
Yeah, like hurry up.
You still standing here? You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and it's
okay. You know what? I wouldn't even expect because the best Chinese spots I've been to, like they're like low key rude, and I appreciate it. Like,
that's how you know something.
The food's gonna be good.
Yeah. The aunties don't give a fuck.
They'll take a phone call while they're trying. Like, I'm right here. And they're like, in their language, I'm just like, pop off. I don't know what you're saying.
Well, it's funny because when I was in Hong Kong, like they speak Cantonese, but I speak Mandarin, so I would speak English to them because it's still a former British colony. But the auntie would be like angry at me for not speaking Cantonese, and I'm like, yo, I can't even tell you how to tell you I'm not from like the southern part.
Oh.
And then it's like, and I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm going to have to speak English.
Yeah, just switch up to English.
You
like,
don't understand Mandarin.
Ma'am.
I don't understand Cantonese.
Is it way, way different?
It's pretty different.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I can't understand any Cantonese.
A lick, nothing. Because like in like Portuguese, and sorry to cut you off, like Portuguese and Spanish, they're not the same, but there's Spanish words in Portuguese. Like when I hear Portuguese speak,
yeah, I
understand some words because they're also like, because they, you know, kind of
Latin base.
Like, yeah, Latin base. So it's not like that.
No, like it's weird because my
it's like two different things.
My best friend's husband is Cantonese. Like he's from, I can't remember the Canto, China region or Hong Kong, but he and his family speak Cantonese and we can't understand each other. But the written language is the same.
Huh?
I know. So it's
so the alphabet's like, it's not an alphabet, right?
There is an alphabet, but the characters are the same as well. But the pronunciation is just like totally different. Like the tone, the pitch, like I cannot understand Cantonese to save my life.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
All I know how to say in Cantonese is I don't know Cantonese.
I used to work for a Chinese company. I don't know if you've heard of them, ZTE.
ZTE. No.
It's a phone manufacturer, technology.
Okay.
And we had to do an event in Vegas, like a CES. It's like where all the
like a convention.
A convention for technology.
Okay.
And then we had the people from China there.
Okay.
And they were talking to the people from Mexico City.
Oh.
And so I was watching like Chinese people like talking perfect Spanish, and I was like,
wow.
Hey, yo. I was like,
amazing.
I was impressed. And then one of my coworkers was like, people who speak Chinese, something about the tongue that Spanish is easy for them. And he said, and if you wanted to learn Chinese, like something about the tongue and the language, you would be able to pick it up pretty quick.
Oh, interesting.
I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, I believe you on that, but yeah. But they were like speaking it fluently. I was like, damn, all right.
Oh wow.
I couldn't even tell. I thought they were just like Chinese Mexicans, you know. Like,
you know, my dad is really good with language, and my mom isn't. So I think I pick up a lot from like my dad because I came here when I was 5, but I mean, I don't speak with an accent. And then even when I like learned Spanish in high school, like I still remember a lot of it. And then obviously living in San Diego, I hear it.
Yeah, you hear it all.
More. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. And then I did 2 study abroads in Chile, but their Spanish is like
way different. Yeah.
I was like, oh dang, like my Spanish sucks. Like I can't understand shit. And then later I'm like, oh wait, no, your Spanish sucks. Because Peru and Argentina, like I can understand them.
Yeah.
Some words are a little different, but like I can communicate. So
it's just weird how we're like the settlers ended up going like in Brazil they speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
And then but like Argentina, it's pretty close. It's like Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy. But when I went to work in Boston, the guy's telling me I'm Mexican. And he's like, there's no Mexicans here. Like, you're probably the only one for like a cool 50-mile radius. So I was like, damn, bro. So there's a lot of Puerto Ricans.
Oh.
And I was like, all right, cool. And so I met some Puerto Ricans, and it's the same thing. I was like, I was keeping up for a little bit, but once they start like letting their like, when they start flowing, I'm like, I got lost in some words there.
Yeah.
Because they use different slang. So, yeah, I'll pick up most of it, but I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what you just said.
Language is so funny like that because, like, even Chinese, like, different parts, because China is so big, even different parts of China will have different, even in Mandarin, they'll sound a little bit different. And my Mandarin sucks. So like when I go back, I'm just like, all right. Like it's getting better now because I have more Chinese friends in San Diego.
Oh, that's what's up.
Like fresh out of China ones. So my Mandarin has been getting better, but like I'm still like illiterate and stuff.
Is there beef between like Asian communities? Like let's say Mexicans and Puerto Ricans don't get along.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, like.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, like, I mean, we should all love each other, right? But it's like an ego thing. It's like a country pride. Or like, if you call Puerto Rican Mexican, they get offended. And if you call Mexican Puerto Rican, it's like, what are you trying to say?
Well, okay, so I have friends who are from China. And then when I say like, oh, my roommate's from Taiwan or like this this person is Hong Kong, they're all Chinese. So my Chinese friends are very much like Taiwan and Hong Kong are Chinese. But
I was just gonna ask. I was like, isn't that in?
And Hong Kong friends from Hong Kong, like they're like, I'm Taiwanese or I'm Hong Kongese. I don't know what people. Yeah, they're saying I'm from.
Oh, so
Hong
they're
Kong.
just like, don't call me Chinese.
Yeah, there's like, we're not from China.
I wonder what that is.
So for me, it's like, I'm American. If you want to be called Taiwanese, if you want to say you're from Hong Kong, like, all power to it. So I don't have a problem. I'm very neutral. I love everybody.
You're peace.
I love everybody.
Was that, they go like that or something?
Yeah, the
Korean heart.
K-pop heart.
Yeah. That's funny. Were you like, was your parents like military?
No.
Oh, because you said you bounced. I was just, I'm trying to.
Well, my dad immigrated here first, and then my mom and I came here. So we started off in the Bay Area and then moved up to Oregon. So I claim Oregon because I did all of my childhood, like all of pretty much growing up there, like middle school through college.
Oh, that's what's up.
And then I came down here for law school, and then I'm in San Diego, so I've been here ever since law school.
It's funny. I love Portland.
Oh yeah. Portland was great when I was there, but now it's like,
really,
it's kind of sketch. Like since COVID, like,
oh, that's what I heard.
Yeah, since COVID, it's
Seattle, the whole Northwest.
Yeah, so it's actually really sad when I go back and see a lot of places like boarded up or all fenced up and stuff. Like,
oh, they didn't bounce back that well. I mean, when we went, I swear, I remember because we were walking through the streets of downtown, and I was like, "Is it a holiday or something? Like, why is nobody out here?" Like.
Was it post-COVID?
No, pre. It was like 2018. And we were walking down the street, and I swear there was like nobody out. And it was like during the week. So it wasn't even like a weekend where people were at home. It was just like, we couldn't even find a restaurant to grab a bite to eat. Everything was like closed. It's already gloomy there. So you're kind of like walking around, you're like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah. It's really like fun during the summers and springs. Because we actually have a lot of cherry blossoms, so the waterfront, like the cherry blossom will come alive, and then the people will come alive because it's been a long, cold winter.
Yeah, I thought it was dope.
Yeah,
I liked it. I like that weather, like the cold, gloomy.
Are you from here?
Yeah, I'm from. That's why. People always tell me like, you wouldn't like it forever.
Nah.
You'll get tired of that real quick.
Yeah. Like all my friends like who are from here or this like or even Arizona or stuff are like, oh yeah, I like the rain or I miss the rain or like, yay, it's raining. I'm like, nah. I'm not about this is not what I came down here for. Like if I wanted to live in the rain, I can live in the rain for half the living cost, okay? Like I did not move down to San Diego to pay these prices for the rain.
For the rain.
Nah.
We get like rain like 4 days a year though, so.
Not this past.
Oh, last year?
Last January, it was like the whole month.
Oh, that's true.
I was like, I want a refund.
There hasn't got, I need that California sunset.
This January is starting again. It's raining right now.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I guess we need it. It's good. My plants are doing well.
There you go. See? It's not all about you, Julia.
Yeah, I guess. But it's worrisome. It's kind of like global warming. Like Mission Beach, didn't they have that flood?
Oh, yeah.
Like the waves are coming up against.
Yeah, it was like going into like the homes that are like right there on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
Damn. When I saw that, I was like, damn, I live kind of close to like, I don't live by the beach, but you know, it's close. There's like water. In San Diego, there's a body of water pretty close to me.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I think I'm on the 3rd floor. Sucks for my neighbors. Nah, there's like a ditch right here, so we'll be all right. I was gonna ask you. So you're a lawyer. So
I'm a real lawyer. I feel like people always question that, especially like you know, if you just know me through Instagram.
Sound like a lawyer.
Yeah, I've literally had people like, "Oh, you're a real lawyer." I was like, "Yes." Like, you think I would just put that in my Instagram handle? Like, out of all the professions I could fake, you think I would fake being a lawyer?
Well, maybe because a lot of people. We don't know. Not everybody knows lawyers, so we wouldn't be able to like fact check it. Like, hey, do you know Julia?
But you can't fact check it. You could Bar.
That's doing too much. This is in Suits. I'm not trying to like.
I've had to Bar some people, and if I
for real?
Yes, because if you're a piece of shit, I'm gonna Bar you. And see if there's been other complaints about you, if there's been disciplinary actions against you, if you've been sanctioned by any judges. Like, I'm gonna Bar you.
Like the Yelp of lawyers and shit.
So there is a Yelp of lawyers. That's Martindale Hubbard, but CalBar is the California Bar Association. Yeah. So you can't give reviews. You can only see official stuff, like when they were barred, if they've ever been disciplined by the bar, if they've ever, I don't know if you can see, I don't think you can see sanctions on there, but you could check the court register of actions to see if they've been sanctioned. Basically digging up lawyer dirt.
The fucking lawyer chisme.
The professional dirt digging. And then, we'll tell our other lawyer friends and we'll talk shit about you.
About him. Yeah. In the group chat.
Be like, yo, have you ever like gone up against this piece of shit? Like, oh yeah, this dude's the worst.
Oh, damn. I was going to ask you, because I saw the thing and I didn't doubt that you're a real lawyer.
Thank you.
You came here for law school and just stayed?
Yes.
What kind of law do you practice?
So I used to litigate labor and employment, but I don't litigate anymore, which is why like you don't see me like suited up going to court. So now I do just more transactional stuff, landlord tenant business. I'll still do labor employment, but more on like the employer side, like writing a handbook, writing some contracts, severance agreements. So just no court stuff, just more.
You don't like the court stuff?
No, it gave like, I think when I was like in school, it's like, oh yeah, I want to fight the fight. Like I'm going to fight for the people because I always litigated for the plaintiff side. So always the employees. And it was cool. Like I had some clients that I really fought for and really felt like I was doing like justice and stuff. But sometimes I'm just like, this is just like really petty stuff. But like
just tedious complaints and
just so my parents are small business owners, so I did feel bad sometimes if it was like I had to sue a small business owner, like they did wrong, and I'm supposed to be doing my job and I am doing my job, but deep down I just kind of felt shitty because I knew like they just didn't know. But unfortunately, ignorance of the law is not an excuse.
Yeesh.
And they just had to pay.
That's a bar right there.
So they just kind of had to pay a tuition and learn the lesson that way. That's what that's just kind of how I had to think of it. But it was like part lawyer and part therapy. Sometimes I'm just like, hey, it's not harassment if they don't want to sit with you at lunch. Like that is not a thing that's protected. Like people at your work do not have to be your best friends. Yeah, they'll be like, they're racist because they're all sitting with each other and none of them are sitting with me and they're all speaking native tongue. And it's like, they probably just have more in common. Like, it's like, workplaces are workplaces are like schoolyards. Like, people click up and then they get, in their feelings and,
It's just an extension of high school.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Anything like college, any job you go to is like, it's going to be like
if
people.
It's big enough. Yeah. Like it will be. Because I worked in some small offices and it wasn't quite like that. It was a little bit more peaceful, but.
I always say like, I don't think people should be friends with their coworkers. Like you should be able to keep work and personal life separate. Like if I had a coworker tell me like, hey Jonah, let's go get some drinks. Bro, my girl don't let me do that. Like you must be, you haven't met, she's toxic, bro. Like, and like not even the case, but to them, I'm not, anything to get out of it. I'm like, nah, I don't need to know about your personal life. You don't need to know about mine.
I mean, I think it depends. Like out of all the years I've worked, I have one coworker friend. Like I have one girl who I keep in touch with and like she's cool. But for the most part, yes, like keep it professional, like I guess for me, like as a single female, I'm always like very cautious, like because with my male colleagues, like if they have partners or if they don't or whatever, like I don't, like I work in labor and employment, like I'm literally extra cautious. And I know like what my Instagram looks like, and if they do search me or whatever, I don't ever want them to think like that's who I am in real life,
yeah. And like companies really do like use social media, like like they see stuff, if you post it, it's out there, so.
So I spent New Year's with one of my friends from law school, and she has some of her other lawyer friends there. And we're all girls. It was a girls' night, all female attorneys and their dogs.
All single?
All single.
What's up, fellas? What we doing?
Yeah, so I'm Chinese. We had a white girl. We had some mixed girls, an Indian girl. Yeah, so
all lawyers.
All lawyers.
That's the fellas.
All looking for puppy daddies.
You over here at the clubs looking for those thoughts. Y'all need to go get the lawyers.
Yeah. So what was I talking about? Oh, so we all exchanged Instagrams, and so one girl started following me, and she was just like, "Oh, damn!" I was like, "Oh, yeah, sorry." Like my Insta's, like more fitness stuff. Like I don't, and theirs is all very like either lawyerly or just like family. Yes, modest.
Very modest. Yeah.
Yes, and then my friend from law school was like, "Honestly, Julie, like if I didn't know you since law school and like kind of grew up together because all of our 20s and stuff," she's like, I'd feel some type of way about you.
Damn, for real? Is it the fitness thing, or is it like you're in like bikinis?
Yeah,
flexing?
I think it's like that. It's just a little, like I'm in a modest profession,
Oh yeah.
So it's still. I mean, it's kind of phasing out of that, but a lot of the older attorneys are still white males. Like younger attorneys are a lot more diverse.
Yeah,
but there's quite a line in the age group, like 40 and up, still
older white dudes.
Older white dudes.
Yeah. That's crazy. I would have thought that was crazy, like if you're a teacher, and like where like every kid has social media these days. Like if you're a high school teacher and you're posting the kind of content,
I don't think
that'd be like. I'm sure that like the school board would be like,
yeah, there'd be parent complaints
for sure. Like this lady's teaching my son, and like she's half naked. It's like. Damn, man, I feel bad because I feel like people should just have like their life. Yeah. Like just like how I don't want to chill with coworkers, like don't worry about what I'm doing. Like leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like I don't know.
It's just the world we live in, though.
Yeah. If you thought I was the teacher based on social media.
No, I'm saying like how your coworkers were, or your friends and their coworkers were like,
like yeah.
You're posting.
I was gonna say,
but if you're a teacher doing that, I think that's crazy. Or
okay, I see.
Yeah, like you were like.
I was gonna say, who's it
gonna bother that? Like
yeah.
I don't see anybody like. I don't want her representing me because
it's not against
she's in the
ethics
fitness
code.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we actually have so we take the bar exam and then we take a MPRE, which is like a code of ethics. So if you have a criminal record, then they dig a little bit deeper and then they tell you certain things like, not to mingle client funds with personal funds, not to sleep with clients. But people still do that. And you could check that.
I was going to say, they have to tell you that? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sleep with your clients.
Yeah. No, that's a real thing. Like,
but I thought that would be like common sense.
I was very shook to find out how many attorneys out there are sleeping with their clients. It's wild.
Calling it pro bono.
Bono.
Yeah. Cut out the.
Yeah, like that blew my mind. But like for me, a lot of my work was remote. Like I was working remote before remote was like
a thing.
Like, because I did pre-litigation. So our litigation team was at the office and they just sent us pre-lit kids with a laptop and was like, all right, try to settle, make us some money. So, yeah, I didn't even see most of my clients.
Oh.
And like, I worked in labor employment. I represented people who lost their jobs.
Yeah.
That is not going to happen.
That'd be a kink of yours if you were going.
Nah.
Oh, you don't have a job? Hey.
Right? Nah.
Sit on mama's lap.
So, yeah,
that's insane though.
Well, no, it would be wild if it was like criminal lawyers sleeping with their clients, criminal defense lawyers.
Like if she's like cute or he's good looking, then we're like, well, like I'll give you a discount on this, because you'll be back.
I'll get you out.
Returning
You're not gonna do too much time, I promise you.
I got you, boo. I'm gonna hold you down. I'm sure that most I had heard this story, so I know this girl.
Right.
And I have a friend who works. He does serving.
Serving.
He serves people.
Oh, okay, a professional server.
Yeah, professional server.
Process server.
A process server. Yes.
Yeah.
And they normally work with law firms.
Yes.
Right. So he would work for a law firm, and we both knew a girl that worked at the law firm.
Okay.
And I guess like some of the, I don't know, I don't want to like make up things, but the point is like, I guess like the lawyers were passing this girl around, and she just worked like she was probably like a paralegal or something where like she's just there like a pretty girl to have in the office. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, apparently like that's a thing in law firms. And I was like, damn, that sucks. Now you just look at like a pretty girl that's working at a law firm, you're like, well, you're gonna get harassed for sure. Yeah,
I mean, thankfully that's like never happened to me.
Oh no,
the big law firms I was at I was working remote, and then the other two law firms I worked at were smaller law firms, and for the most part it was like really nice. I had a good professional relationship with my colleagues, and I made one friend out of it, so that's just one win, zero losses.
That's good, but you hear these stories and you're like, damn, man, like, that's crazy, because it's like, do they think that because they know like how to defend themselves like in a courtroom, they feel a little bit more like invincible? Like,
honestly,
I'll just throw all these little wraparounds and spin her in circles, and she won't know how to like, or he won't know how to get out of it. Or
I mean, I think it's just like men with power in general. Like, I think any industry where there's rich, powerful men, like they're gonna try to
get away
have
with
sex with like their underling, like female subordinates.
That's crazy.
Not underlings, that's fucked up.
You just set women back like 30 years.
But that's like the thing. Like, they're not going to try to like fuck their male colleagues.
Hey, love is love.
Maybe, but it would probably still be like in a subordinate position because it's a power play. Like
it's probably more of a kink, like, yeah, I'm your boss type.
I don't know.
Their search is weird.
Their search is weird.
It's very specific or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's crazy. When I heard that, I was like, damn, that sucks, because she's a nice girl. Like, the fact that like I'm thinking more like they're taking advantage of the situation. It's like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but I just think sometimes like girls don't really put their foot down, or like, obviously, like, I don't know the situation, but just from like when I've heard stories, and it's like either they're scared, or they want that promotion, or they think it'll be okay, or maybe they have malicious intent, like, oh, this is gonna elevate my career, like, I could use it against them. Yeah. Or like, oh, you're gonna promote me or give me a higher pay, or give me more PTO or whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, the workplace is such a complex dynamic, and like,
it really is like a high school.
That's why I don't deal with that shit no more. Like, I work for myself. I set my own schedule. I can gym for 2 hours if I want. Like,
that's dope. So you don't work for a firm. You just
so I don't work for a firm anymore.
Freelance?
Yeah, so I'm a solo practitioner.
So okay.
I work for myself. I have my own clients, my own book of business, and I don't litigate or anything. So it's not like I really need paralegals or anything. Yeah. Like
a one-woman show.
Yeah.
That's what's up, boss.
Yes.
And you're also into fitness. We were talking about like.
Yes.
And did you won, right? Did you,
not big,
one. Did you place?
Yes. So, last year I did 2 shows. I placed 3rd and 2nd.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, but it's been a long time coming, because I first started competing in 2019 and I didn't place, and I competed once in 2020, didn't compete. So then I just took time off to grow. But what Coach and I wanted was the overall and then go to a pro show. But since I didn't get the overall, we're going to take some time off and grow. And I'm not mad at that, because I love to eat.
I was just going to say, when you say grow, you mean like get bigger?
Yes. Yeah.
Bulk.
Bulk. Yeah, bulk.
So that you can cut but look.
Yeah. So now we've upped. So now I basically just train legs and delts, like 3 and 3. Before I was still training some lats, but it's all about like the ratios and proportions and stuff. So I'm literally just training glutes and delts. And I'll do abs like once a week. But yeah, so
I think it's I go to the TG on 3rd Avenue, and I think it's funny seeing like the girls practice their posing in the heels, but with socks on.
Yeah,
I think it looks funny, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's a reason.
Yes, for comfort, because it's like all plastic.
Yeah,
so you're posing and it's like it's not comfortable.
Like the whole process?
Or like like posing isn't comfortable. You're sucking in, you're holding, you're basically flexing certain muscles. Like I'm awkward as fuck, so posing is like super hard for me, and I feel really awkward. Like I don't know. Sometimes it's like I don't know. Like
was it uncomfortable the first time you did it? Like having to walk out on a stage with a bunch of strangers just staring at you, and like you're in a thong bikini, and they're all like turn around, and you're all like, okay,
ladies face the curtains,
bend over. You're like, what the?
Yeah, it was, and I'd never been to a show before, so I didn't even see how it goes. Like I just did my first show and just walked in,
jumped in the pool.
Yeah, so it was, and like I felt really awkward. Like I was a really awkward kid growing up, like definitely a late bloomer. So I don't know. I was just like, oh man, like I'm here with all these super beautiful, gorgeous, fit women. And like, I felt really intimidated, and I kind of like forgot who I was for a second. But
you reminded them.
But yeah, so that was like kind of nerve wracking, and like the posing, it was like, yeah, but it's been a long way since. I never played a sport before, so one, I didn't have like, I don't really think I had like as much like practicing coordination of my body to like body awareness. Because my friend who's played sports before, they'll have better hand-eye coordination. They're just more aware of their body, how they move their body. But I never played a sport like
nothing.
No, I picked up a weight at like 24.
Y'all like this? Oh, that's heavy.
You know, for real. Yeah. Like, yeah,
that's true. Because now that you mentioned that, like, you know, we like position our feet a certain way because we know the balance.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like you just have you're more aware of your body and stuff. Like, and I just wasn't.
And you just jumped in there. Was like, fuck it. Was the outfit uncomfortable? It's just like a bikini though.
The outfit was fine.
Yeah.
Because I've been to Europe before. And like Spain, Croatia, whatever. Like they wear thong bikinis, or even like Hawaii. So that was fine.
Yeah.
But I've never competed in anything before. Like not in sports, not in pageants. Like
first time.
Yeah. All in. So for my first sport, I literally just picked like one of the most intense things out there. Both the workout, the dieting, the cardio, like.
Of all those, which one did you not like the most? Like, was it the dieting, like being hungry?
The dieting and the cardio. The dieting and the cardio.
Or the worst.
The worst. Because I love food, and like an hour on the Stairmasters after leg day, like.
That sounds horrible.
Like I literally just like I'm literally praying on the Stairmaster. I'm like, dear God,
an hour?
Give me the strength to complete 10 more minutes. Dear God.
Did you break it down? Like, okay, 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Yeah. Or so EOS at Point Loma is nice because they have like the cinema there. So sometimes I'll just throw a towel over their Stairmasters and try to like zone out if it's a good movie, and then like occasionally check in and be like, what the fuck, it's been 3 minutes?
The movie's over.
Yeah,
2:50. Oh my
God. But I don't half-ass anything I do. So when I do have a show, I'm super tunnel vision. Like I don't cheat on my diet. Off season's a little different, you know. Off season is a little different. I may have gone over my macros a little bit.
That's fine.
Here and there and everywhere. But when I'm like on prep, like I'm super focused, like and that's just kind of how I've been like all my life. Like with school, like I graduated at 20. I took summer classes. I did AP classes, and then in law school I took classes year round. I did study abroads. You know, I finished college at 20, started law school at 21, and graduated law school at 23, got licensed at 24, and I'm just like, whatever I do, like I just get tunnel vision and I focus on that thing. And
so you just translate to competing.
Yeah. So then when I'm on prep, because I work for myself, I can take a lighter workload and not, accept some stuff so I can prep and be on the Stairmasters for an hour.
Dying.
And then obviously now I can like network a little bit more, do a little bit more work, and have a little bit more social life and stuff.
That's what's up.
So I'm very blessed.
Since you were so focused during the school and all that, did you not like go out and like party and stuff like that?
Definitely not in high school. Like I come from a small town and like people did party, but I don't know. I was pretty, like, my parents think I wasn't scared of them, but I was pretty scared of them. And so, like, I didn't do anything, and I didn't party in high school or anything. I had one boyfriend in high school, and they were strongly, like, opposing, like, they were not about it. And he was a good kid. He was, like, homeschooled, come from a good family, like, not crazy. Like, he just played sports, and all the coaches loved him, but they just felt like I was too young. And then it was, like...
Was he also Asian?
No. He was like whitewashed Latino.
Is that what they were opposed of?
No. It wasn't a race thing. It was just like me being in high school. They just felt like that was too young. Because in China, it's like you go to school and then you go to college and then you're not allowed to date. But then all of a sudden out of college, you're supposed to get married and have kids before 30. And then...
Make it work.
Yeah. And then have a perfect life, bring honor to the family, go to school.
Yeah. And then be a stay-at-home mom?
No. You're supposed to just do it all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have the career, have the family, cook and clean, and
Damn. That's crazy how minorities are, we are terrified of our parents.
Yeah. It's... Some of my white friends, like they don't know.
They be wilding how you like, damn, I couldn't get that off.
Do you know what a slipper in the hand means? Like, do you know this motion?
Do you know what no means?
Yeah,
it was embedded in us.
So in high school they strongly opposed that, and then they were super stoked when we broke up in college.
They're throwing the celebration. They're like, he's not gonna ruin her life.
And then when I told them I was going to law school, they're like, yes. And then finished law school, all that, happy, passed the bar, and it was all kind of expected, no big celebration, just...
Oh, you did what you were supposed to do.
Yes, yeah. You did your job. You brought honor to the family.
I don't hate you.
I don't disown you. You gave us bragging rights, Because
your auntie, her daughter, doctor...
So one time when my mom was visiting law school and one of my professors was like, you must be super proud of her. She's the only child and, she's going to be such a young attorney. I have such a bright future. My mom dead ass responds to my law school professor, maybe if I have another child, maybe he or she would be surgeon.
It's not even good enough.
My law school professor was speechless.
What are you like?
He was like, "You right? Like okay. That is a possibility."
That's also a good career.
Yeah. So
damn, is that like part of your culture? Like,
yeah,
like that's what matters is bragging rights and bringing honor to the family. Yeah, that's crazy.
Haven't you seen Mulan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, when we separated and I started my law school, like when I finished law school and was like working, my mom was very much so like, okay, like 24, you're 24, 25. This is appropriate dating age now. You are allowed to date. Now go date.
Because if you hit 27, you're not married.
It's like 28, 29. So I'm very past due. And now she just doesn't even ask. So
they're like, but your daughter's career, yeah.
But she'll spam me with her friends as like.
Does she try to hook you up with like friends of the family's kids who are also like, well, like have a successful career?
But all her friends are like super Chinese.
Like too Chinese?
Too Chinese, and I don't feel like a super Chinese guy or a super Chinese family from China is really gonna like accept me. Like I got face
because they still got the I was gonna say because they got like the old like way of thinking
And I'm not like that super poised and proper. Like I could fake it. I'd be like, oh, hi, auntie, hi, uncle. You know.
But for so long.
Yeah, like that's not who I am naturally, and I don't want to have to like
fake the funk.
Yeah, and like I'm kind of tomboy, like I'm sporty, like I'm a handful. Like I know I'm not easy.
Ain't no way they're letting the Instagram pop off.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like oh
that, yeah, like
no.
Yeah,
she's half naked.
And then I'm also illiterate technically in
their language.
And yeah, like
they'll sit there and talk shit behind you in front of you.
Oh, I can understand them. Like if it was Mandarin, like I would be able to understand it, but I can't read or write. And then it's like she doesn't really have friends like that here, so they're literally all in China, and I'm not importing a husband. Nah.
90 Day Fiance type shit.
I love that show.
You can live it.
I love that show so much. That's like the one show I watch religiously. 90 Day Fiance, the other way, before the 90 Day single life. I am living vicariously through the single life right now. Like,
you know that one of the guys was from San Diego. That short, the guy with like
big head.
Yeah, big. Was that woman? She was not Chinese, right? She was like...
She was Thai, the first girl.
Okay, Thai. The one that was like... He's like, you're so pretty.
Oh, gosh. He's so creepy. I bumped into him at the water store.
What?
Off of El Cajon, because I go get alkaline water.
Yeah.
That high-quality H2O. And I bumped into him, and I texted my friend. I was like, yo, I bumped into Big Ed.
Did he hit on you?
At the water store. Listen.
He's like, my type.
She was like, oh, yo, be careful. Like, he's obviously into Asians. And I was like, nah, like, Rose was 19. I'm way too old for his liking.
Like, she was 19?
Yeah.
That's pedo. That's pedalness. Pedo vibes for sure.
Yeah, it's creepy. And then even like his girlfriend after that, I think was like his daughter's age or younger than his daughter's age. It's creepy. Yeah. There's actually a few San Diego. There's also another lady from 90 Day that's from San Diego.
The one
Kimberly.
I've never seen. I've only seen like clips if they pop up on my algorithm.
I watch that shit religiously.
The one that kills me is the Samoan one.
Oh,
where the guy is like his mom makes him give him money.
Yeah. Swelu.
And I'm like, yo,
Kalani.
And I know like some Samoan people. I was like, hey, yo, is it like that? And she's like, yeah, like that. My husband has to like give them money for back home. For the family. I'm like, but what about you guys? She's like, they don't care.
That's a pass for me.
I was like, hell no. I got family in Mexico. They'd be like, you make dollars. I was like, yeah, but I pay dollars. I don't pay pesos.
Yeah.
I was like, ain't no way I'm fucking supporting anybody out there. Like, y'all old. I better get your own shit.
Cost of living in San Diego is so high. Yeah. Like, I think it's surpassed, or it's like
one or two. Most expensive city
in California.
In the States.
Oh, all the states?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely know it's top 10. I didn't think it was that high up.
I just saw this one thing. I think they said it was like the most expensive city to live in.
That's wild.
That's crazy. When you think of like New York, Hawaii, LA.
Yeah.
I'll be watching these videos of like people who rent apartments. And like, oh, if you're looking for an apartment in New York, or if you're looking for an apartment in LA. And some of the LA ones, I was like, yeah, it's kind of affordable.
Yeah, but I would never live in LA.
But it's the area, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Probably. I wouldn't want to ever live in LA.
Nah. When I was looking for law schools, like that was like a big factor because I was determined to get out of Oregon and I wanted somewhere warm and sunny and like just not Oregon. And like I visited a few in LA. I visited one in Montana. And then I applied to some in Florida, but I never got to visit them. But out of the ones I visited, and California Western gave me like the best scholarships. I was like, done.
Were they low-key recruiting you, or do they do that?
So it's not really like recruiting, but it's like you apply and then they give you a scholarship.
Oh.
Did I get a free code? And then I think if your LSAT scores are good enough, they'll like reach out to you, be like, free application, because some of the applications
they're pricey.
Money. Yeah, like, yeah. So, San Diego is just the best deal, and just like.
Did you come here for the first time? You're like, wow, this is nice.
This school wooed me. Like they flew little 21-year-old Julia out, put me in a suite at the Westin, like a suite. And it was
Is it downtown, the school?
Yes.
Okay.
3rd and Cedar.
Oh, okay.
And it was me and a whole bunch of older people, not like older, but like I was the youngest. I was 21. Right. And we went, so we had the different school stuff, and then they had an open bar event at El Prado at Balboa. And then we went out and partied and went clubbing, and I was like, oh my God.
They went and dined you.
Yes, like all of the scholarship recipients.
Damn.
And it was, oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
Full ride?
No, so they gave me 40%, but like anything in life, you can negotiate. And I negotiated with them, and I got it bumped up to 50.
Oh, 50%.
Yeah, so I got 50% tuition scholarship. And then my parents paid the other 50, and I took out loans for my housing, and that was kind of the deal, the arrangement. So yeah, so I got pretty lucky.
Shout out to your parents.
Yeah,
that came in clutch.
Yeah. So that was the deal for college too. They paid for tuition, and I paid for housing.
You should have negotiated with them. Like, you want me to get rid of him? Handle this housing.
Right.
I'll dump him right now.
I think I didn't want my parents to pay for anything besides just a check to the school, because I didn't want them to like
control.
For them, yes, and be like, we're paying for housing and you're just partying and drinking and smoking weed. What are you doing with our money? So I think it was just like, hey, like, I appreciate you, for paying for my education, but like, I'm 18 now. I'm gonna pay for my own lifestyle, and I don't want to hear shit.
Damn. Yeah, those other families definitely wouldn't want them. You're like, too rebellious.
I don't.
They want somebody who's just like.
I did everything right. Like I, never got in trouble, never got arrested, never got caught.
No case. Did that boyfriend from high school, college? Did he try to like ride the coattails? It was like, yo, she gonna be a lawyer,
No, we broke up in college.
Oh,
and
okay.
So he moved on real fast. He moves on real fast.
Did you get mad? Like, oh, you motherfucker.
Jonah, I was so heartbroken.
Oh, that sucks. The first one hurts.
I was so heartbroken. And because it was like my first love, and like it was our first everything. Like we were both virgins when we met, and like I just thought we were gonna be like this high school sweetheart, small town love story. Like, yeah, that's what it was.
And it ended. Damn.
Yeah. And the guy was like, nah, I got better things for you, girl.
There you go.
You a city girl.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to live like a Hallmark movie. Like, you're going to go back, and the big city girl goes back to the small town, and he's like still there.
No, he is still there. No, 100% he's still there.
You fumbled, bro.
He's still there. But to each their own. Yeah. He's married, has a kid, and I'm happy for him. You. Whether he does or not is irrelevant. I wish him the best. I wish him and his little family the best. And that honestly applies to like everybody that, I once had a relationship with, whether it's lovers or friends or, whatever. Like, because I think for me, relationships have an expiration date, right? Whether it's platonic or sexual, and unfortunately that is what it is. But if we were fortunate enough to walk together for, a certain amount of time out of 8 billion plus people, like I'm going to appreciate that time together. Like at some point in our lives, we enjoyed a couple laughters,
I look at shit like that because I used to get in my feelings and like delete pictures and like, and then the older I got, I was like, nah, like these are good memories. Like I don't have pictures of bad memories with them. Yeah. Like even though we don't talk no more or whatever, like at least we still had like these good moments, and like that's how I should remember them instead of like the bad shit.
Yeah, I'll still delete some pictures, like therapy, whatever I need to heal, like I was really hurt with my last breakup too, and I definitely deleted all our pictures.
Archive or delete?
Delete it.
Oh, delete.
I think I kept a few of my favorite, like, because I love outdoor stuff, so we did a lot of outdoor stuff, and there's some like nice Yosemite shots where I'm like, man, I hiked up there, like that's a beautiful background. I
wish you can go in and like edit a photo, but don't delete it.
I think you can, but that's a little too high tech for me. And at this point, I'm kind of like the same way. I'm like, okay, like we had a good time. We broke up. I was hurt, and now I'm over it. I wish you the best. And you know, in your personal life, professional life, like I don't like that's yeah.
You don't ever like text him or anything like that, like, hey, big head.
So actually, he had me blocked for a long time.
You broke his heart.
He had me blocked for a long time, and he unblocked me. I'm guessing well, he's still in San Diego, and I don't want to talk too much about that. I could give you the tea privately, but yeah, like that was a mess.
Was he also non-Asian or Asian?
So I was actually talking to my friend recently. I used to not think I have a type, but apparently I have a type.
You're like, I like everybody.
He was also
white Mexican.
He was light-skinned Mexican, but he was a little bit more Latino than the last one. The last one didn't speak Spanish at all, just Oregon.
No sabo.
What is it?
No sabo. They don't speak Spanish.
Yeah. Like he, didn't speak Spanish. This one at least spoke a little Spanish, so a little better.
You're making it way. The next one's like fresh from the border.
But yeah.
That's cool. Do you I always ask like Asian friends, like, do you get hit on by like white dudes who have like that? I feel like white dudes be having that kink, you know, like the Asian girl kink. The fetish.
I think it's like phases. I feel like Asian girls are just in right now.
In and out.
Right? Like K-pop is really big.
Oh, but that's like if you like, I like Asian girls.
Okay.
But
yeah, your wife is Asian.
Yeah. So like, but there's different, I think there's like different types of Asians. There's like the studious type Asians, and then there's like the ones that like don't really know much about their culture because they grew up here, and they're like more familiar with like the hip hop, you know, like other cultures, not just theirs. So I always think like there's two different ends. So
it's like that Mean Girl scene where you have the cool Asians and the nerdy Asians.
So like if you're in Convoy, you're gonna get like a certain type of like Asian, you know what I mean? Like, and if you're like in National City, like the Asians there are different.
Oh, you know okay. I don't know any National City Asians. I only know
Filipinos.
Convoys. Oh, okay.
So like National City is like Filipino, but then Convoy is like no.
So there's like the Islander Asians.
Yeah.
And then there's the squinty Asians.
That's a good way of identifying it though. Yeah.
Filipinos, they were, what is it? The Spaniards were there for a long time, so they look different.
They almost look like Hispanic.
Yeah, I mean they have a lot of Spanish last names.
Yeah. And their language just has a lot of Spanish words too.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Because I would have like Filipino friends, and they would say certain words, and I was like, why'd you say that? Oh. They're like, oh, it means this. I was like, that's the same thing in Spanish.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had a Filipino roommate, and he's like, oh, I'm going to make longaniza. And I was like, what you know about longaniza? It's like a Mexican, it's pork.
Oh.
But that's also pork for them too. It looks different.
Okay.
But the name's the same, and I was like, what you know about longaniza, bro?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how I learned a lot because I lived with an Asian dude.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love Filipino. I love food. I love Filipino food. I love Mexican food. Oh my god.
Chinese food too?
I love Chinese food, but I'm super picky about Chinese food because
my
mom's a good cook.
Yeah.
My mom's a really good cook.
She throws in the MSG and all that good shit.
No. Because I'm super picky. Like even before bodybuilding, like I was super picky and I didn't eat that shit. And my dad was like a health freak and he wasn't about that shit either. Like we didn't have a lot of money, but my dad was always about like buying organic and like getting fresh stuff and stuff. But
is like Panda Express to you like what like Taco Bell? Taco Bell is to like Mexicans, like
I guess like it's trash.
Trash. There's one right here on Broadway. It used to be 99 cents. It used to be called 99-cent Chinese food.
Oh shit!
And like you would pick an item for 99 cents, and they would like couldn't even close the container, and it was like the best Chinese food I ever had. Like growing up, we would always go there for the Chinese food because it was cheap.
Yeah,
and it was fire. They've obviously changed, but even the noodles look different. I'm like, oh man, I want the OG shit.
OG shit.
Like I felt like that was like real. Like I think it tasted different than any other Chinese food I had.
Yeah,
so I would always be like, nah, this is way better.
Yeah, I'm really picky about Chinese food because my mom, but if I'm feeling Asian, it's usually like Japanese food.
Oh, really? Like
I love sushi, love ramen.
Ramen.
I'm very seasonal. Like it's sushi in the summer, ramen right now.
Oh, right. There's a ramen place here in Chula Vista. It's fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got this ramen called the Chula Vista ramen.
Okay.
And they got pork in it. It tastes like birria, or it tastes like carnitas. It's like Mexican.
It's like a fusion.
Yeah.
Yum.
It's fire. Yeah, should definitely try it.
Check that out.
I don't know the name of it. I just tell my girl like, babe, you know, she knows the name. She knows the name, and I was like, of course, she's a quarter Japanese.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know your language.
Does she speak Japanese?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, a quarter and she speaks Japanese? Like
she's quarter white, quarter Japanese, and half Mexican.
Okay.
Her grandpa was in the military and got him a Jappy.
Okay.
Her grandma's super nice and easier. Like she's like Japanese.
Oh, wow.
Like she still watches like Japanese shows and
bumpers and stuff.
She gets up and makes like Japanese food and
that's so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love traveling. Like I love learning about different cultures and stuff. Like, see, like when you mention the two groups of like the Asians, I just don't feel like I fit into.
You're like in the
either
middle
of
almost.
them. Because I am very nerdy. Like I love learning. Like when I was in Barcelona, like I love going to like the Picasso Museum and going to see all the Gaudi structures. And when I was in Egypt, like I love going to the museums and like learning about like the pyramids, the pharaohs. Like I love learning, but I also love doing wild shit. You know, like I had a motorcycle in college.
Oh damn!
That was to help me get over the breakup.
Oh, it's like how you healed?
For real. And then I went skydiving the same summer.
Oh, you was hurting.
Oh man. I taught myself how to drive stick shift in a car. I bought myself like a 4,000 little Acura and I taught myself how to drive stick.
You got into like the racing scene?
No. I think I just wanted to like, I don't know. I think I just was chasing adrenaline to like distract myself or whatever.
That's healthier than like alcohol or.
Oh, I drank a lot in college too.
I'm trying.
Well, I went to University of Oregon, so
that's dope.
It was a dry campus. Yes, I'm a duck. It was a dry campus, but the football games, like I lived across the street from Autzen Stadium.
Oh,
so we partied for the football games.
Damn, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, so
I'm a huge Nike fan.
Oh
so
my
like
gosh,
Oregon and Beaverton, like. After reading his book, I felt like I was there, you know.
Yeah. Uncle Phil comes to our games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of our biggest flexes is that when we play Stanford, Phil Knight always wears our colors. Because he did his MBA at Stanford but did his undergrad in Oregon, and that's when he started selling shoes and stuff. So that's like the spot. So our biggest flex against Stanford is always like, that's our Uncle Phil.
He's Oregon through and through.
That's our Uncle Phil. Nike HQ is up the street. Yeah. Okay.
I actually went. One of my friends works at Nike, and they gave me a pass to go to the employee store.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Isn't it dope?
It's like
a compound.
I was just telling my friend of mine because he like sells shoes, and I was like, bro, you got to go to Portland. Their thrift stores are full of Nike. Yeah. Like we went in there, and I was like, what's going on? And I was like, I asked somebody, he's like, everybody here has a Nike plug. Like, it's not hard for anybody in Portland to get Nike.
Because I mean,
we all know somebody who works.
The HQ is huge. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter if you're working like
the retail or
or whatever. Like, it's retail HQ, like trucking, like whatever it is. Like,
somebody got the plug. Yeah, that's dope.
And it was dope because we used to get so much free like Oregon Nike swag at the games and stuff. Like when they toss stuff out, and if Uncle Phil was there, like sometimes he would like sign shit and toss it out. that was the golden, but that was hard to get.
That's dope. I'm jealous of your college experience. I think it's so cool with Oregon.
I live a very blessed life, Jonah. I got so lucky. Like after that little heartbreak, I had the best 20s of my life.
Oh, that's dope.
My first job, like I said, it was fully remote. So I took my laptop and I just traveled the world. Like I spent time. That's how I spent so much time in like Europe. I would stay a month in like Barcelona. I would stay like a month in Auckland, New Zealand, a month in Croatia. Like, I just had to figure out the time difference to work California hours.
To wake up.
And like, it was perfect. Like, if I was in Europe, they're 9 hours ahead. So I would start my day at happy hour with some sangria and paella and email. And then I would schedule all my calls for the afternoon. And then I would go back to my apartment, make my calls until like 2 or 3 and then pass out. And then I would have the whole day to do whatever I wanted the next day to do touristy shit. And then if I was in New Zealand, they're 21 hours ahead.
Almost a whole day.
I was working Tuesday through Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
From 5 a.m. to about 2 p.m. So I will wake up, again, emails in the morning, not fully awake, and then be done at 2 or 3, hit the beach, hit happy hour, do all my touristy shit.
And then go to do it again.
And then go to bed maybe at like 8 or 9 and then wake up at 5.
How long would you spend at each?
I would try to stay at each city for at least a month.
Oh, that's dope.
Because that also gave me an Airbnb discount.
Oh, it's cheaper? That makes
some
sense.
Some hosts would do like a weekly discount or a monthly discount. So if the monthly discount was good, I would do the monthly discount. But certain cities like Split or Dubrovnik, like they're not that big. So I would stay like 2 weeks there.
Oh.
I at least wanted like one whole weekend in a city to do whatever I wanted because I was still working.
Yeah.
5 days a week. Like I was still working full time.
That's fucking dope. Did you have like a place here though?
No. So that's how I was able to do that because I didn't have an apartment in San Diego. I left my dog with my mom in Oregon. Like I had no bills other than my student loans and my car bills. So I was, I was big balling abroad. Like that. What is that? What is that? Is it that Ludacris song where it was like pimping all over the world?
Yeah.
That's literally how I felt. I whined and dined the shit out of myself.
As you should.
Yes. Me and my big girl lawyer money. Yes. I whined and dined myself. In these countries
where like the dollar goes further.
Most of them. Yes.
Maybe not Europe, but.
But they had just quality stuff in Europe. Yeah. Like I could buy a €2 bottle of wine in Spain and it's beautiful. And like New Zealand was kind of expensive, but like I didn't really have any bills. I didn't, like housing is the most expensive
no light bill.
Yeah, rent, like
prepaid
no kids to feed. Like I literally was living my best life in my 20s. And then I came back at 27 to like further my career, to dip my toes in litigation. Realized I didn't like it, but at least I had that experience, and now I know.
That breakup was a blessing.
What, for real?
Yeah,
100%.
Because you couldn't have done all that. What the fuck again?
That Oregon lifestyle, man, like going back, I'm just like, yeah, like that was 100% a blessing. And I always say, man's rejection is God's protection. So I'm Gucci. Like, okay. I'm good. I'm protected. A little too protected.
That's looking dope, though. That's dope that you lived that.
Yeah,
that life.
So I honestly say I'm so blessed, and I lived the best 20s. So I'm very excited for the upcoming decades. Yeah, damn. Asian no raisin. I ain't scared. I drink my water.
Do you want to get married?
Oh, absolutely. You're still young though. I just turned 32.
Oh, you're young. When's your birthday?
December 31st.
Oh, you just turned.
I just turned 32. Thank you.
That's dope because you get to if you wanted to, you can celebrate your birthday on a day that everybody's willing to celebrate.
Yeah, but it's also exhausting. Sometimes a little too much.
Oh, okay.
So this year was cool because I went out on the 30th to like a reggaeton event, and that was super fun. And on the 31st, I just had the chill girls' night.
Oh, sorry, with the ones judging you.
Yeah.
That's cool, though.
It's cool. Nah, they weren't judging me. Like, they were just a little surprised, and that's okay. I know.
So you would say your life is a little bit more wild compared to like the average single female attorney?
No, I think it's actually I think it was like in my 20s because I got to travel and like do a whole bunch of different things. But now, no, like I literally work. I work out. I go to like before December 30th, I can't even remember the last time I went out.
Oh, damn.
Like I rarely drink. I just measure my food.
Smoke a little something.
I smoke my blunts. Like I'm now I'm very, very low key. Like that's why I say like I got it all out of my systems in the 20s. Like
that's dope.
I partied in Croatia till 4 a.m. Like I partied in New Zealand. Like pretty much didn't sleep. Like yeah, I got a lot of that done. But it was like I didn't do anything that like I felt like I compromised my morals, like
yeah, that's important.
Yeah. So I was always like careful. Like I didn't do drugs abroad. Like I drank and that was about it. And I always did my research before a country. And like if I did party, it was like with someone I knew. Like coincidentally, when I was in Barcelona, there was a girl that I went to high school with who was in Barcelona.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. And then in New Zealand, I had a second cousin, like my mom's cousin's daughter was in New Zealand.
Damn, that was we'll talk about a blessing right there.
Yeah.
Because you hear like the movie Taken, right? Like,
oh my gosh. Yes.
You're there by yourself. They're all like, oh, we'll make solid money off her,
Yeah.
That's scary.
I actually want to like do like a solo episode on solo traveling for women because I think it's so empowering. And for me, solo traveling was one of the most empowering thing I ever did because it gave me so much confidence. Like you can do this. Like you're by yourself in a foreign country where you don't speak the language and you're going to be okay. And it was just like, I think that's when I like really like believed in God, like to be honest, because I was like, somebody's protecting me.
In China, what's the religion? Is it Buddha?
So China's like pretty diverse. Where I come from, it's pretty atheist.
Oh, atheist. Okay.
But obviously closer to Nepal in that area, there's Buddhism, and there's actually a pretty large population of Muslims.
Oh no shit.
But it's not like a very religiously accepting country.
Oh.
And I feel a certain way about certain things. My Chinese friends feel a certain way about certain things, and that's just a very like controversial topic.
Oh, so like they're stuck in. It's kind of like America.
It's not religiously accepting.
Oh, it's kind of like America.
The government is not religiously accepting.
Yeah,
put it that way.
So it's even.
Yeah.
Oh, trickier to say. I was gonna ask you. Have you seen the show Suits?
Yes. I've seen a few episodes.
You didn't like it?
No.
Is it because you live that life?
Yes. And it's not that cool. It's not that fun. Cases like still have certain like case law or certain things that are factual, but it's like it's not that exciting. It's not that dramatic. And like
nobody was ever walking into your office. Yeah, you asshole! You stole my client.
Right? Like no. And it's like,
there you look.
For me. Honestly, the only thing I watch is 90 Day Fiance. I literally don't watch anything else, just 90 Day Fiance.
Damn, I want to watch it, but I like the clips, like just the short clips. I'm very like, my attention span isn't. I don't know if I want to like. I don't want to like it because there's too many shows that I like already.
Yeah.
And then I gotta wait for them.
Yeah.
Like the new season or whatever. Like so, we'll see. My girl gets me into like the girly ones that I fight at first. I'm like, you really want to watch? And then I'm like, oh, this is a good show.
Like it's
I'm like, babe,
it's our show, babe.
Virgin River's on.
Virgin River's on.
Hurry up.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just me, my dog, my blunt, and 90 Day Fiance.
Do your parents trip about you smoking?
They were, but I mean, like, what are they gonna do now?
That's true. You don't even live under their house.
Yeah,
under their
like
roof.
I'm grown.
Yeah.
So it's like I think now we have more of an understanding and more of an acceptance, and I think they realize like, hey, just because my daughter has tattoos, face piercings, and she smokes weed doesn't mean like her life is ruined. Like she still has her shit together. And I think when I was younger, that was just like the fear, right? They're immigrants. They don't know. They don't want me dipping into drugs. Like when they heard there was like a thing as teen pregnancies, like that's not a thing in China.
They were probably terrified.
They were terrified. And then it's like,
it's not a thing in China?
No, you can't.
What? Kids don't be fucking?
You cannot have a baby if you're not married.
What?
They will not give like the hospital won't like.
They won't accept you?
It's like a yeah, like you don't get identification. Like you're nobody
until you're married.
No, like if you're not married and So if I was in China and I dishonored my family
by having a kid,
the hospital would not like register this baby. Like this baby is a nobody in the system. Like no ID, no passport, like nothing.
Damn, that's crazy.
And so when China had the one child policy, some people didn't want to abort their second baby, so they had that child at home. So there's a lot of young people in China who don't exist in the government's eyes.
Hey, low-key, that's cool. But
that's cool. No taxes.
Sovereign citizens. But at the same time, like they're there illegally because they can't even prove that they're born.
Yeah, it's not even like a legality.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like, they don't have identification. Like a lot of them couldn't go to school. That's wild. No,
that's crazy. It makes you like realize that that's why a lot of people from different countries come here.
Yeah.
Because their countries are haters. Like for real.
Countries are haters. The countries are haters.
Oh, you got a kid out of wedlock? Nope. That's insane. But I'm sure it happens though. Like kids.
Yeah,
kids are gonna be kids. Yeah.
Like abortions, like I guess like
it's common.
Yeah, in China it's fucked up.
Damn.
It's so fucked up. China's wild. Like the China today versus the China that my mom grew up in is vastly different. Like she grew up in like commie China. Now it's like pop modern China. Like they have everything we have.
Damn.
Like when my mom grew up, it wasn't like that.
No, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's different.
No wonder she was terrified for you.
Yeah. But
now
I
look at you over here.
Fine. I turned out just fine. And
the cool thing is you got your degree and like your career.
Yeah.
So it's like, what can they?
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
You already did the main thing. You can live on your own and be self-efficient.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah. I think the only thing my mom really is concerned is like, she obviously, like, I'm an only child, right? She obviously does want grandchildren and want to see me with someone and happy and like taken care of and stuff. But, she understands I'm a handful. I am who I am. And like, so.
Does she, because I'm like all immigrant parents, does she try to like, or your dad try to like, not force, but like suggest you date somebody within your culture?
I think they did when I was younger, but like there was literally no other Chinese people in our small town Oregon. Who was I gonna date?
That's true. Like a foreign exchange student or something?
Like they had those in college, but I don't think they accepted me. They didn't accept me. Oh. Yeah, like they stayed in their own little
You're
clique.
too American for them.
Yeah. And so now I think my mom's just like, yo, as long as he's male, single, he gonna treat you well, like like no felonies. Like standard is very low for her right now.
So you gotta be boring.
Like
what's a one felly? It's all right.
Yeah. So
that's dope. Are you hitting up the dating apps? I heard they're pretty popular.
So it's so exhausting. So I'm not doing the apps anymore just because it's just so exhausting and like I'm just so tired of like the minimum effort.
I've had like single female friends show me their like Tinder, and like I'll be looking at the dudes on there. I'm like, the audacity of these dudes, man! Like
the audacity.
Put a little bit of effort in your picture. Like it looks like they rolled out of bed and was like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
this is the one. This is gonna be the main profile pic.
Because it's a different era now. Like women don't need a man to get a driver's license or to sign off on a bank account or sign off on a loan.
What? Like
like
for them. Yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah, now we don't need a man for none of that. Like, so we naturally put up with less and women are getting more educated. We're becoming more financially independent. So naturally we put up with less shit. And that is a fact. Like less than 100 years ago, like a woman couldn't have a driver's license without the consent of a man, whether that's a husband or a father.
That's nuts.
You couldn't have your own like mortgage or whatever bank account.
Live on your own? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So times have changed. So that's why there's, 5 single female attorneys together New Year's Eve.
I think it's dope though.
It was fun. We had a good time. We had champagne, caviar, like we wined and dined the shit out of ourselves.
Caviars are good. I I swear, like Kevlar has been popping up on my like algorithm tough, and I'm not a fish person.
Oh, if you're not a fish person, then probably not.
Okay,
because it's raw fish eggs.
Yeah, but they're like it's buttery and like melts. I'm like, does it taste fishy though?
So we had like, she made these things and like she made these homemade. I forgot what they're called, and then we had like crema fresa and like. The hostess is very bougie, so I just did whatever she did. But I love seafood, so I like it. Yeah. But at the same time, like I don't really super think it's worth the money. I think a few times a year for the Instagram is cute,
but that's it.
Yeah, like I'm super happy with salmon roe, any other roe. Like it's.
I don't like it. I was traumatized as a kid, so I can't eat fish. Like to me, all fish tastes like my experience. Ooh. So just like the smell alone, like I can't do it. Nah. Unless it's like a fish taco because they bread them, and it's like, and then there's like all these other ingredients on top that like it masks the fishiness, the fish taste.
So no fillets, nothing that's like visually fish. Okay.
I tried salmon when I was up. I went up to school up north.
Okay.
My Filipino roommate, he's like, "I'm gonna make a salmon." I was like, "Fuck, all right, man, fuck it. I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone." No, one bite I couldn't do it.
What's the wildest thing you've eaten? Like weird, wild, crazy shit.
I tried soft shell crab, and I almost threw up. That was disgusting. That was And then we went when I was living up there. We went to a sushi, and I think sushi like like California roll or the crunchy wrap or something. Yeah. No,
not real sushi.
They had like the
real shit,
like with the fucking raw fish on top.
That's not like, good shit. That's just expensive.
And I tried it. No, I couldn't do it.
I love that shit.
I think it just have like that thing with fish that I just can't. It's like a mental block.
I honestly just eat everything. Like I love everything. Like I'm also a very big cultural eater. Like when I was in Peru, I ate guinea pig.
You ate what?
Guinea pig.
Damn. Cuy. Is it good? Does it taste like chicken?
I hate saying this, but it was so fucking good. It tastes like quail because it's dark red meat and it was lean. And the way they had it.
Pure protein.
So good. Cuy with the pisco sour in the middle of the Andes.
Like you walk by like at Petco and you're like, hey, little guy.
I'm just like,
How much is this one?
You're so cute, but I know you fucking delicious. You over a barbecue?
Can we feed this one more before I pick it up? Damn, that's mean. I ain't trying to be mean or anything, but have you ever tried like dog?
No. So I have seen dog in China, but I can't do like dog or cat. No.
You seen dog like being cooked?
I've seen like dog meat at a street vendor, and it was wild. I was not.
Did you feel some type of way? Because you have a dog?
Yeah. I definitely like slowly backed up and like judged her hard. But I know she was just trying to make a living, But
were there people enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm sure people bought it.
That's crazy how we look at like things that could be our pets. It's like frowned upon to be food. But if it's a cow, like chop that shit up, boy.
But that's us. In India, they're a god and they don't eat beef.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Have you seen those videos of the street Indian food? Ain't no way, bro. My stomach would fall apart like ashes.
Nah. I've gotten food poisoning in China, passed out, woke up with an IV in my vein, and I don't.
From what?
Something I ate.
Sounds.
I'm very like careful when it's like food and abroad. Like when I was in Egypt, I was very careful. I hate saying it, but certain countries, I'm a little bit more careful than others.
I don't blame you.
If the water's dirty, like it's like it's not their fault.
Even me, like we went to a beach in Mexico, Mazatlan, and
I love Mexico.
We had like whatever, it was dinner, but they had like lettuce, and I ate the lettuce. My whole family, we all got food poisoning.
It's
like,
the water.
And so now when we go, I'll be like, don't eat the lettuce, baby. Don't eat the lettuce. Trust me.
Just drink more tequila. Less lettuce,
water bottle
more tequila.
Only.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything cooked. It has to be cooked, babe. Don't touch nothing that's not cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want that. You don't want that issue.
Yeah.
Especially you come home sick. No.
It just like ruins your trip too, especially if you're only there for like a short amount of time. And then you got to spend a lot of that time
in the bathroom
on the toilet
with the fucking trash can in front of you. Damn, that sucks. You passed out.
Yeah, I passed
Who
out.
took care of you?
I think my aunt, my uncles and stuff. Yeah, because I have family in China, so that was thankfully when I was with family. And I woke up and I was like, "Oh fuck, I don't feel clean. Like this hospital don't feel clean. Like nah."
Judging the hospital's crazy.
Yeah, and at least they got me a private room because there's also like you could just get like a bed like
next to somebody dying and shit.
Well, it's like a common area. You just have like the beds. But at least they got me a private room, probably because they knew I would freak out if I woke up in a room full of people. Like, what
Sick.
the fuck? Yeah.
IVs hooked up. You're like, did I die?
So at least they got me a private room, and it was just my family in there. And they're like, okay, like you're up. Call your mom now.
How long did it last?
I don't even know. It was probably like, I don't know.
Damn, that's scary.
But they were scared.
That's scary.
They were scared.
Because like scared also because like for you, but like how do they tell, like something happened to you, how do they tell your mom?
Yeah,
like, I know you like send her with us and we were supposed to look out for her, but she ate some
shit
dog
herself to death.
She shitted her intestines. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm very careful about that, but I'm pretty food adventurous.
Try some weird stuff.
Like,
what's the craziest thing you've eaten besides guinea pig?
Are you ready? I've eaten some wild shit.
Low key flex the guinea pig though.
So guinea pig in Peru, and then when I was in Belgium, I had a rabbit. It was not good.
I heard it tastes like chicken.
It was really dry.
Oh, okay.
The way they had it was like really dry. Then I had like camel in Egypt.
Camel?
And then in China, though, you ready? Got pork brain, lamb brain, bull penis, donkey penis. Yeah, so probably brain and
penis. A lot
of
penises in China, huh?
There was 2. Oh, you could have horse penis too.
Oh shit!
And balls
massive
too.
Ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Were they good? Did you know you were gonna eat that?
Not the donkey dick, but the bull penis.
You knew. You're like, serve that up.
No, they took me to an all donkey restaurant. So it was like
only donkey.
Yeah,
meat.
so all the meat was donkey meat, and then it was like they were like, "Oh, try it." And I was like, "Okay."
And they said this is donkey.
And then afterwards, they told me it was donkey dick. But the bull penis, I knew, and I heard that it was like really good. It's very cartilagey and high in like collagen and stuff.
Was it good?
It was okay. Yeah, it was like a tendon. I had it in a hot pot. So have you ever had like beef tendon?
Okay. So it's not like a slab of meat.
No, it's not just like a huge dog right
just
there.
No,
it's like prepared and it looks like
cream
tendon.
at the tip and shit.
No. So it's all prepared and it looks like tendon, and it
doesn't look.
Yeah.
Like a big, massive bull dick.
But the brain does look like brain. It's got like the little cavities and everything.
Oh no shit!
So brain actually looks like brain, and it's very fatty. It's like buttery and shit.
Yeah. You said you had pig brain?
Pig and sheep.
Pig and sheep. I think I've had pig brain in Mexico. They call it sesos.
Sesos, okay.
Yeah, and they give them in tacos, like these little hard shell tacos. Yeah. My family was like, "Here, try these," and I was like, "Oh, these are fucking delicious."
Yeah.
And then once they told me, I'll never touch it again.
Why? It was good. Why?
Because I want to eat. Yeah, they killed it for me. I was like, you shouldn't even have told me. You should have just left me alone with that. But they thought it was the funniest thing in the world to tell me that I ate some pig brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross.
I love tacos de lengua. Like,
oh yeah, that's fire.
That shit's so good.
Yeah, when you see it like being prepped, you're like, that's.
Oh, I've never seen it. And then the cabeza too, like the cheek meat.
The cheek meat.
It's so good.
Yeah. There's this meat called suadero, which is like
the sweaty meat.
No, it's just like everything.
Okay.
And so they throw them together. Oh, best.
Yum.
The best.
I love that we're so close to like
Mexico. Yeah.
You
go down there?
Yeah, I go down there for like my dental work and
shit.
I go to TJ all the time. Or if I go to Mexico, I fly out of TJ.
Oh, of course.
And stuff, and like I have friends in Mexico City and stuff.
Oh.
I went to Dia de los Muertos for the first time
in Mexico City.
Yeah, and that shit was lit.
Yeah,
I love that it's a celebration and not like a spooky, scary shit. Like it was.
They do trick or treating though.
But it's not like scary stuff.
No. It's all very like.
It's very happy,
traditional,
and colorful.
Yeah.
Like, like the festivities where they do like the colored sand.
Yeah.
And like I love the idea of like the different ofrendas.
Yeah.
Having them come visit. Like, yeah, I love that.
I was there once, like in middle school for that.
Yeah.
My family's from Mexico City.
Oh, okay.
So I would go a lot. And one time we were there around that time, and we went trick or treating. And I'm used to like getting candy, but over there they give you money.
Oh, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I was like,
cute.
But I was like, I'll just buy my own candy.
Right?
You lazy fuck. But my cousin's like,
that.
no, like they just give you money here. I was like, that's dope.
That's like China too, because we don't have Christmas or anything, but
What?
for birthdays and New Year's, they do the red envelope, and that has the money.
For Christmas? No.
Not Christmas, but like New Year's and birthdays.
There's no Christmas.
Now there's Christmas,
Okay.
just because it's like popularized, but like they're not like Christians, they don't know the story or anything like
So
that.
it's just Santa.
It's just like presents.
Yeah,
It's just like a tree. Yeah. It's very
Christmas without like the meaning
level.
of it.
Yeah. It's very surface level.
I can't even imagine like no Christmas.
I never had a Christmas.
What?
I never had a Christmas
Growing up?
tree. No, I never had presents.
So what would you do when you go to school and your friends were like, "Yo, look what I got for Christmas"? You're all like, "What?
Like, cool.
Y'all got gifts?"
Yeah.
That's mean. Sad. You have a Christmas tree now though? What?
When
Grinch over here.
But it's like I feel like it's just for me, and it's like a lot of work, and I gotta decorate, and what am I gonna do? Wrap myself a present in the open and be like, oh my god! Like when I was with my last ex, like I asked for us to get a tree and stuff, but I don't know, he didn't want to, and he just never did. So I didn't bother, and I didn't like make it a.
Damn, maybe because it's like for me, it's like such an impactful part of my childhood. Like it's my favorite holiday. Like putting the tree up and listening to Christmas music and wrapping presents for me is like the best. So I see. I mean, if you didn't have it growing up, then you're like.
No, I'm about it. Like now I drive up to Sacramento and spend Christmas with my best friend and her kids. And like, that's a lot of fun because it's like, they're still really excited and they open up the presents. And it's like, these are things I want to do for my family and my children in the future. You know, like whatever my parents didn't do for me or the things they did do, like I'm going to do all that. Like we're going to do all the holidays. Okay. We're going to do Thanksgiving, Christmas, Chinese New Year's, Mid-Autumn Festival,
Halloween.
Halloween. And if their daddy's from a different culture, we're going to do all his holidays as well. Like we don't discriminate. We're going to celebrate everything.
Tattoos are welcome.
Yes. Like
you're not going to disappoint me if you have a regular job. We gotta keep a little bit of the culture.
Depends regular job.
You don't have to be a lawyer, but
no, yeah.
You know,
happiness is the biggest thing. As long as they're healthy, happy, and I mean they're gonna be my children. They're not gonna be shitty kids. Let's be real. Like, out of these educated, well-traveled eggs, nah.
But what if the other eggs aren't? What if the other seed isn't that?
Oh no, it's high quality sperm only, okay? Like there's gonna be a lot of vetting. Yeah. There's a reason why nobody has fertilized these eggs before, ever.
What degrees you got, credit score, all of that.
Like let me see your debt to asset ratio, social security numbers, background checks, medical history.
All valid questions though, right?
Yeah, send all that information to my fam lot lawyers, my criminal lawyer.
Fuck friends. What's your favorite color? Like,
I don't give a fuck what your favorite color is.
I don't care. What? Like you've been arrested for what? DUIs? Like any of that shit?
Yeah, people are like, wait, do you really ask certain questions on first dates? I'm like, yes, I ask them if they're married, if they've ever been married, if they have kids, with how many, like what their intentions are, what they want for the future, like our time and affection is valuable, and I don't want to waste his time or affection either. And if he's not serious, if he's just trying to like hook up or whatever, I'm going to get that real quick too. You know, like I ask a lot of questions on the first date.
Let me pick at your some of the things you like. Would you date a baby daddy?
I'm not gonna lie. At 32 and I like dating older men, I feel like
What else you have, right? Yeah.
But I mean, I've never been like, oh my God, I hope I'm a stepmommy one day.
Nobody.
Like that has never been like a thing for me.
I'll be the best stepmom.
So it's like, it's not preferred, but if he is like, if everything else is just right and, you know, like I would be open to it. But one kid from one woman, okay?
Not two. That's pushing it. And they have to have a good relationship with the parent too.
Yeah. Like
That's
it's
mandatory.
a whole dynamic. It's like a whole thing.
Like a tree part of it. Like, okay, you're dad. What about the rest of this?
Like it's just so much.
What about a mama's boy?
Not again. No. Hardcore no.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. Solid pass.
Did she interfere? No. I had a guess she was like her mother-in-law was.
No. But it's like, I'm not your mom. Like, don't think I'm your mom just because your mom did that for you doesn't mean I'm gonna do this for you. And like the fact that she doesn't tell him to grow up and like shape up, like that's also an issue for me as well. Like I'm not continuing your job for you. Like why do you guys both think I need to be doing all this shit? Nah.
I do notice that some people, they don't like when they look for like a partner. It's just an extended like a extension of their mom. Yeah. Like you have to do my laundry, you have to cook and clean for me. It's like, what if you didn't have either one of them? Like, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So there's I know I'm like picky.
Imagine bringing a child that's not yours to your mom. This is my stepson Timothy. She's like,
I think it's just like it would. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I've only dated two guys, like seriously, like my high school boyfriend and then my past partner. So I've only brought home two guys, and you know the high school guy was my first love. Like were just kids. You know, she didn't have anything against him personally, and then my last guy, you know, he's never been married, never had kids, like educated, good career. So yeah, she was like, yeah, as long as you're happy, he's good to you. You know, like it was fine. Yeah, oh my God, yeah, I don't know how I would be able to bring home a man with a kid. I think it would have to be like bring him around, warm up, let them really approve him.
You're like, did I tell you?
Oh, by the way, we have a bonus person.
I got the BOGO.
A bonus.
You're gonna be proud of me, Mom. I got the buy one get one.
Yeah.
He comes with a mini me.
Yeah, so
that is crazy. I dated somebody with a kid. I thought my mom would be like accepting.
Oh, she wasn't?
Because no, my mom. So me and my sister have different dads.
Okay.
So she, you know, so I was like, you were in the same situation, Mom. Like,
yeah.
Why wouldn't you be accepting? And she was not having it. She did not approve.
Probably because she knows it's like a lot of work.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You know, like to raise a child
that's not yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, Mom, but I thought you'd be. She's like,
she probably just didn't want that on
you.
Yeah,
for me, yeah.
Yeah, the extra stress and burden and all of that.
But I thought she'd be like, oh, you know, that's cool. Nope.
Yeah.
Parents, man, they know more. They know better.
Yeah. And with like, I know with me and my parents, there's also like a big cultural difference, you know. But you know, we're building on a relationship. My mom and I have a good relationship, and my dad and I are rebuilding our relationship. So it's been good. So, you know, since my last breakup, it's just been like, I've just been focusing a lot on my faith, like I always say like gaining strength from my heavenly father to rebuild my relationship with my biological father. And that's been really great, really therapeutic. And it's like, I'm not actively dating, but you know, if there's a good guy, I'm not opposed to it, you know, like.
Would you date a gym guy?
So.
Like a gym rat.
It depends.
Like a typical bro from the gym.
See, I like having intellectual conversations, and it's like, as much as I love bodybuilding, like
they're pretty dumb.
We can't just talk about what you trained and if you PR'd today. I love that, but we need to have more than just that. Like, don't tell me you don't like. It's cool that you switch your protein source from chicken to tilapia. Anything else, babe?
He's like,
anything else?
got this new pre.
Right? Oh my God.
Gives me the tingly feeling.
Babe, try this new pre-workout.
Fucking hits.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So I would be open to it, but it would have to be more than just
It would have to be their
stuff.
hobby, not their.
It would have to be more than like just like gym stuff. Like you would have to have like, other interests, like intellect, like you have to be like intellectual. Like at the end of the day, like what I say is like how I feel is like I have to feel safe around you. I have to feel like we can grow together, both like intellectually, emotionally, family wise, like, and just like I think people sometimes think like because I'm a bodybuilder or whatever, like looks are like the biggest thing for me, but it's really like not. Like first and foremost, I have to feel safe around you because it's weird. Sometimes like I'll go on a date and I'm just like, I don't feel safe around this dude. Like I'm out.
Damn.
I'm out. Like there's something about you that makes me feel weird. Like I don't feel safe and I don't want to see you. Like, but I don't like I
in a
have
creepy
a rule.
way or like.
Yeah, there's some creepy ones.
Yeah.
But there's also some ones where I'm just like, you have secrets, like deep, dark secrets.
Closeted shit.
Yeah.
You can sense that shit on the
yeah,
vibe.
yeah. So first and foremost, I need to feel safe. And then I need to feel like you have good intentions and that we're going to like be able to have growth and, you know, have like grow mentally, emotionally, and financially and stuff. Like that's first and foremost, like, you know, most important.
I was thinking about something about like dating. Like obviously that's not like for me, but I was thinking if I were single, I think taking somebody on like a very nice restaurant for the first date is probably the best you should do because you're gonna learn so much about them.
Yes.
Just going to dinner.
Even before dinner, like, are you the guy that's gonna pick me up and not open my car door? Mm-hmm. Or are you going to be the one that's already outside your car door waiting for me so when I walk out, I see you?
Mm-hmm. Or meet you at the door. But I was saying also like at the restaurant, how they eat.
How they treat the staff.
Like, because you know, people that choose like, who don't have like table manners.
Yeah.
Off the top is going to tell you a lot about them.
Yeah.
So you could be like, do you really want that? Like you cool with that at your family dinner.
Yeah.
Where they're gonna judge you. So
yeah.
I think because I used to think like, nah, man, like a Starbucks just to get to know them. You don't really get to know them. Like you have to know like what they're about.
I don't do coffee dates. I don't do walking dates. I'm not a dog. You don't need to walk me. Like
I've never heard of that. A walking date?
Yes, dudes out here really be trying to. Yes, or like La Jolla. Like I have a friend the other day who was like, oh, like I went on this sunset walking date with a guy. I was like, what are you, a fucking dog? Like, you don't need to be walked,
treat at the end,
right?
Pet you?
Like, come get this bone, girl.
Yeah, like a girl.
Like, nah. I don't do walking dates. I don't do coffee
dates.
Never
heard of that, a walking date?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yes, this is why I don't do the apps anymore. If I get another dude asking me to go on a walk.
I want to get to know you first. Nah, bro, come on.
Nah. Like,
that also tells you, like, their financial, what they're, like, if you go on a nice date, like, you're going to spend, like, at least $200.
So here's also the thing, right? Like, I want a man who's financially smart. So if you can't really afford that dinner, don't fucking take me to that dinner. Like, if you are living in an apartment with 3 other roommates and you're trying to stun and take me to Mr. A's, don't, because you obviously can't afford it.
Yeah.
Like, just be real. Like, that's the thing. Just be real. But also don't be a cheap ass. Like if you make over 6 figures and you're doing good and life is Gucci, like take me to a nice fucking place, okay? Don't with valet so I don't have to fucking walk hella far. Please.
Valet is clutch. I'm lazy, so I'm a valet all the time.
Yeah. Like please. So that's like I want a man who's financially smart. Like don't stunt, don't front. And for me, I would never ask a man to do something for me that I couldn't do myself. Like,
that's good though.
Yeah.
Not a lot of women do that.
Yeah. So some people would be like, "Oh, you have such high standards," or like, "Oh, like."
Aren't those like average standards, like standards? Period. Like,
yeah, I was like, no, they're just standards. Just the bar's really low nowadays.
The
like,
bars in hell.
They're just regular standards. It's whatever, and it's like. I make my own money. I pay my own bills. Like, if you can't at least match me to where I am, like, why would I be with you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you know what I mean? Like, I have no problems going to dinner by myself. I've traveled by myself.
I thought that too. Like, when you go somewhere alone, like,
that's fine.
Going somewhere to eat by yourself is easy, like work.
Yeah, it's nothing. If anything, like,
Preferred.
it feels empowering. Like, I'm gonna put on a nice outfit, do my face right, pick my designer bag and pick my designer shoe, and I feel like a fucking boss going to dinner by myself and paying the bill.
Putting your card down. Yeah. I got this. My
nice metal.
Clink, clink, clink.
Chase Sapphire, what's good?
You drop it so they can hear it? You heard that.
Yeah.
Clink, 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 clink.
And it's like...
that's my name. Check the ID.
I wish a lot more girls felt this way. Because, some girls are like, oh my God, like, I've never had dinner, gone to a restaurant by myself. Or like they just let these boys, like...
These boys?
Yeah, for real. Like...
I don't like the girls, like...
Consistent shit.
Like, you have your standards, right? But you don't verbally be, like... going around and posting like
no,
right? That's not what you're about. But when girls do that shit, it seems beggy.
Yeah, no.
Like, yo, you better send me money, and it's like,
no.
You homeless? Like, homeless people ask for money. What you doing?
I don't even tell, like, even if I'm in a relationship, I'm never like, you can't do this or you have to do that. Like, for me, it's like, hey, when you do this, like, it makes me feel this way.
I look
or
at you
like
emotionally
you like this.
mature.
Yeah, and then that's like a thing, right? Like, if you respect me, you're not going to do anything that makes me feel disrespected or that's going to make me look stupid. So I don't tell a man what he can and can't do. I'll let you know what I like, how I like to be treated, how certain actions make me feel. And then you, as a grown-ass man, can decide how you want to behave.
Are people from your culture, like, you know how Latinas are like toxic and, crazy?
That's a terrible stereotype.
It's true though.
Oh my gosh. I have a lot of Latina friends. I don't like that. Nah. Nobody was popped out the womb toxic, okay? If a woman is toxic, some man poisoned her first.
Yes, but then they adopted that as a personality. Are Asian women like that? Or are you like... Do you guys have like that, like a stereotype like that? Like a relationship stereotype? Like, all Latin women are crazy, like...
There's a big gold digger stereotype.
Oh, okay. That
like
makes
mistresses
sense.
with really rich men.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So there's like a big like gold digging standard or like a green card chaser. What? Not me though. I got that American passport, okay? I'm a U.S. citizen, not me. That's why I'm extra picky, okay? I don't need you for citizenship. I don't need you for bills.
But don't usually, like, for instance, when I think like what'd you say?
Green card chaser.
Green card chaser. Like, I think women who are here and they're like, I need to get my papers. But usually, like, Asian women are like from like the military. Some dude swooped them up and like brought them home and.
But I think those are like when they find the girls abroad.
Yeah.
But I'm talking like girls who come here.
Oh, so it's here too.
Like if they come here for school or they get whatever type of visa.
They're like, I'm here for good.
Yeah, so they got themselves here, but they're trying to get anchored.
Do they go straight for like the white dudes?
I think so, because it's the most accepted like outside race.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody fucking bats an eye to like mixing with like white people. Like if you see like a Hispanic girl, it's like, yo, like, all right. Asian, you're like, sure. Nobody bats an eye, but you see like other interracial, and you're like, oh, what?
Well, at least I know for like Chinese culture, like it's still very racist, and the white people are still more accepted than other like ethnicities.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's mean.
It is mean, but my parents aren't like that. My parents are very like ethnically accepting.
Oh, that's cool.
Like now.
Yeah.
Now, after 25 years in the U.S.
Yeah, because you denied yin like 3 times. The family friend. Good wholesome boy with the law degree.
And I think like a lot of Chinese dudes are just really skinny, like from China.
What do you mean, like skinny?
Yeah, they're just like skinny, and I feel more manlier. Like I'd be at the gym, like I got more muscle. Like I don't know, like I don't
slap their ass. What's up, baby?
Right? Like I feel, and especially if I'm gonna have to import them, then it's like then I gotta teach them the culture, teach them how to drive, like literally do all the work.
Yeah, because they're used to like right hand.
90 Day Fiance.
Yeah.
Like the American citizen has to do everything, and I don't want to do that.
The import process is a tricky one.
Yeah. If anything, I'll do 90 Day the other way. Let me go to your country.
See what's popping over here.
Right? I'm open to it.
Because you like to travel, so.
Yeah, I'm open to it.
As long as you don't get into one of those like countries where like women are.
Oh, no.
Like objects?
Nah. That's 100% no.
I'd be worried about that. Like, y'all, some of y'all girls be dating these cultures. You don't know about the culture. You have rights here.
Yeah.
Once you get there, it's a wrap. So.
People do crazy shit for love.
Or for, the idea of love, at least.
Yeah. That's wild.
Oh, man. I mean,
it's wild out here.
It's a journey for you.
Yeah.
Should be a fun one, though.
Life is a journey, yeah. And so far, it's been good. Like, I like I said, I live a blessed life. Like, I don't have any complaints. I'm going this month later to Florida to see my parents. And
what's up?
honestly, that's like kind of
Miami?
I wish. Palm Coast.
Is that close?
No, it's like
north?
4 hours north. It's by Daytona Beach.
Oh, okay, so more chill.
Yeah, definitely more chill and
more retirement type.
Yeah, and I don't really be partying like that anymore. Last time I was there, I took my mom to Miami. It was her first time there, and we just like ate. I just took her around everywhere, like ate. Like,
you got to see little muscle boys.
Yeah.
A little eye candy.
little beach, Muscle Beach and little Havana. And like, again, I'm like really big on culture. Like I took her to Wynwood and I saw all the arts and stuff and all the like Cuban food, Puerto Rican food and like Haitian food. And, I tell her what I know of the little neighborhood and all the stuff that I know. So, I didn't go party.
That's dope.
Something like that. Yeah.
Is your dad tall?
Yeah, my dad's like 6 foot tall. Yeah, I'm a tall. I'm not even as tall as my mom. I didn't even outgrow my mom. I know.
I'm over here picturing your mom like this little.
No,
old
my
lady.
mom. My dad's 6 foot. My mom's 5'7", and I turned out to be a puny 5'5".
They're like the runt.
Like I don't know what happened.
That's pretty tall for women and for like being Asian, right?
Yes, but my mom's 5'7". I don't know how I didn't outgrow my mom. It's weird because none of my cousins outgrew their parents.
None of them.
No, my guy cousin is taller than his mom, but not taller than his dad. And all of my girl cousins are shorter than their moms and dads. Nice. It's weird. I don't know what happened to my generation. Yeah.
They put a little genetic code in there. Like,
I don't know.
Stop before moms.
I'm from the north, so a lot of like my family and people from where I'm from are pretty tall.
Oh, okay.
So when I go back, I'm pretty average height. I'm pretty average height here. I have heels on now, so I'm a little bit taller. But
That's cool.
Very average. Your average, regular, degular
muscle mommy.
American little immigrant.
You gonna compete this year?
No, we're gonna grow
a whole year, taking it all 2024.
Yep, and then probably start prep it up again in 2025.
That's dope.
And I don't like to do shows after October because I like to eat and it'd be the holidays.
That's the best time too. Yeah.
So
you gotta compete like in the summer when it's like you have an excuse to go out and flaunt that,
right? And it's like. What a lot of people don't know is like when you're lean, like you're cold because you have like no body fat. It'd be like 100 degrees and you're like, ooh, that breeze. Ooh, that breeze. So that's like also another reason why I don't like competing in the winter. It's like it's freaking cold.
Fucking cold as shit, yeah. You're already small enough, so then you take away like the little bit of body fat.
Like, it's super cold. But
that's dope. Well,
it's a good sport.
I ain't gonna keep you too long. I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
I didn't even ask. I'm sorry. What is your podcast about?
Oh, yeah. So I did start a podcast not too long ago. It's called the Fit Lawyer
podcast.
Fit Lawyer Pod. Because my Instagram handle is like Fit Lawyer Julia, and I just want to like tell more people's stories and like more importantly like speak to more women, whether it's about career, relationship, or dating. And I worked in labor and employment, so I also talked to people from various different professions about their careers, how they got into it, what advice they have for people who want to get into it. And just kind of like life stuff. We'll shoot the shit a little bit. But yeah, a lot of women stuff and career stuff.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Look at you. Women empowerment. I'm here for it.
I try. We gotta lift each other up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those men keep holding y'all down. So.
Yeah. Nah, we gotta be strong together, ladies. Okay. Yeah. Like I'm a woman's woman through and through.
Lady, what is it? A woman's girl or a girly girl?
A girl's girl.
A girl's girl. Yeah.
Girly girl's like. Yeah, like
Like
I'm definitely not a girly girl.
Nah. You too buff to be doing it.
I'm not a girly girl. Like, don't let the claws, like all this, like fool you. Like, I'm still Oregon country girl heart. Like.
She'll go hiking and shit.
I'll go hiking. I ride ATV. Like, I smoke you on the jet skis. Don't
and
play
smoke
with
you
me.
Out. What's up?
Yes, don't play with me. Like.
Imagine you date a guy who the only quality he likes about you is your blunt rolling skills.
Nah, because he wouldn't be dating me. Nah.
Could you imagine? He's like, yeah, she got a job, whatever, but her blunt rolling skills, fire.
Not my dude.
Hey, what's your Instagram so they can follow you? Fit Lawyer
Julia.
And the other one?
Fit Lawyer Pod.
Fit Lawyer Pod. Hit her up. Julia's super cool. I appreciated your conversation. You're fun.
Likewise. It was great meeting you, Jonah. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Your setup is dope. I gotta get on your level, podcast.
Something light,
It's dope.
Well, I appreciate you, and maybe we'll do it again.
Yeah.
See where you at in life.
A little follow up.
Yeah. See if you found Mr. Right or Mr. Wrong. And when it's Mr. Wrong, the stories are better, When it's like a happy ending, it's like wah, wah, wah.
Like,
you're happy.
That was short.
You're happy.
Season cut short.
Yeah, you're like fucking 30-day fiance. But thank you again for coming through.
Yeah.
Until next time. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah, you looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jonah, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you know this how we coming, we ain't front. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round, come on. Been in the field playing, we work.